Go on.
It's like all our trotro stations are on the streets.
That is true. I agree with you.
Most of the taxi ranks are on the street. Now, if you want to drive on the road from John Saba, if you want to link to Ahanta Road, it is very, very difficult. Because of that small space that is containing over 200-300 trotro bars. So I think the assembly should be thinking about relocating our trotro stations somewhere outside the city center.
Okay, Mr. Cromwell.
I think communication is also important. We don't have to just start and then tell them to. We can actually involve these FM stations. Me and you. We right here. Very important. Look at what is happening in Kumasi. This beautiful park. I've never seen it, but I've heard about it. So communication is very important.
Get a buy-in.
The leaders will wait until maybe the 9th hour and come out telling them,
the police and the military.
It's not good.
That's why I was talking about involvement, ownership.
I also want to recommend that we have a digital framework for our cities. We are in an age where data is being accumulated faster at rapid speeds, but then most of that data that has been accumulated is not owned by us. Facebook is an American company. It knows more about our youth than we do. Twitter is an American company. They know more about you than we do. China has its own social network. And there is a strategic reason why China has its own social network to contain data, social data for analytics. They realize that, like what we're saying, people, when you know what people talk about, okay, you can know how they think. When you know how they think, you know the policies that they would like before even going to them. And that is what a state like China is even interested in. The US government figured out long ago when Facebook became popular that social network is a force to reckon with. Barack Obama won the election through social media because he was able to get his message across at lesser cost than the traditional media does. And we don't have a framework that is capturing where our data is being stored. And mark my words, a decade from now, most of the data that will be accumulated will not own them.
Now we have done so. I was reading about a Ghana technology company, and they were very proud that all their infrastructure all their storage and stuff was done outside.
So
like India, right? Yeah. India, the Philippines. That is what they're doing now.
And if I'm supposed to expand, we can
expand,
have
please.
a digital framework. It doesn't.
But can you explain what do you mean by digital framework?
The digital framework, it has to do with some protocols, okay, that cover policy, that cover fundraising, that cover entrepreneurship, that cover city planning, all those things.
Sounds like a development plan to me.
Yes,
that's right.
It's pretty much a digital development plan, a digital version of everything we are working on, so that you can see how it can be affected. For instance, if we want to get investors here, okay, there's a way to digitally get them involved here. How do we do that? Just start a lot of social networks in these areas. Okay, about niche things that will work with the fisheries, create a social network about the fisheries area, start sharing pictures like what we are doing on Facebook and the rest. You will start getting people from outside Ghana showing interest into it. Then you start getting them investing into the companies or their website doing that.
So why do you think that is not happening now?
It is not happening because we are yet to understand. It's a transition. We moved into the information age, but Ghana is yet to transition. You get it? So because we need transitional leaders, people who understand the information age and will help Ghana.
I thought we need transformational leaders.
Yeah. Will help us transition by letting us know the key points we have to put in place.
Okay, let's go to the other young man.
Okay, for me, I wasn't brought up born and moving in a sense of that. But one thing that I realized is with the demarcation of the main Takoradi city and the market segment, which is the hub of Takoradi, how best can we make it a modern city which will stand the test of time? Because I see it as one of the either the dirtiest place reason being that I asked myself whether the SDMA or the assembly being charged to keep that place clean, because I read something when I was coming here that formerly it was you need to pay a toll to come to that when our colonial masters were
in charge.
And that place was
Is that true, Anand? Mr. Anand?
Oh, well.
That was well demarcated.
That place didn't form part because the expatriates were more or less located
Which road, the airport region and stuff. Yeah.
That area started as a market for the people.
Okay. But because I realized that when it rains every now and then, market circle is a no-go area for me. You can't go there, you can't drive around. But virtually all gutters and shops are flooded. And I asked myself, are we having leadership around?
You mentioned that you're not from here. Where are you from?
Okay, Kumasi, that's where I have schooled and in my life.
I think Kumasi is better than Takoradi.
It depends on how you look at it.
Because it's relative.
It's relative.
I have also been in Kumasi. I know Kijitia. I schooled at TTC. I know. I
know that it depends on where you come from. But now,
you see, with the increase in population and struggling to acquire a place to do business, a lot of space which hitherto remains, buffer zones for water and other pedestrians have been encroached upon. Some people have built on waterways because they were left to do this at a time when there was very little control.
And so it's a good thing you are saying.
Yes, so now,
but for me, I think